Welcome back to RERole. This is our power rolling video for our second session. So if you missed the first one, check that one out so you kind of know what the theme is and what's going on here. But we're going to be rolling some powers for these boys to determine what mages they're going to be playing in our upcoming session. This week, we're not neutral anymore, boys. We're going into the outer circle, deep into enemy territory. That's right, this week you'll be playing as members of Archon on a mission to liberate some newly recruited mages. And you will be playing as very promising new recruits yourselves, because in order to pull this off, you need to be skilled, but relatively unknown. You'll be working under some experienced agents to infiltrate a recruitment event in the outer circle. These events are where recruiters, which are effectively gladiator Lannisty, auction their crop off to academies. So you'll be disguised as a part of that crop. That means no equipment. Ooh, okay. Also help to be good at lying low or somewhat subtle, just as like personality traits. Your powers, though, you still need to look like mages that would have been brought to this important recruitment event. So keep that in mind when you're picking your powers. These are the major academies. This is where like all the big name springers go. And this is a big event. You'll be level 4 this week.
Okay.
So top of tier 2. Any questions so far about those things?
No.
Big takeaways. You're pretty young. You are relatively unknown, but pretty powerful, up and coming. This is going to be kind of stealth and subterfuge, but also a little bit of like an act. So you're infiltrating. Keep that in mind about character choices.
Which academy are we infiltrating?
You don't want to be reliant. You're not infiltrating an academy. You are infiltrating a recruitment event where the recruiters are the gladiator Lannisty, basically, are going to be bringing their crop, because they go and they collect these kids from the community when they develop their powers. They brand them with that circle, and then they take them, the promising ones, and sell them off to the academies. So it's a recruitment event in the sense that the recruiters are trying to sell their crop to these academies. All their academy representatives will be there.
Yes, which they believe is us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You are posing as newly recruited mages under one of the recruiters that is bringing you there. Which,
okay, never mind.
Okay.
So you'll be on that side, to be clear.
Okay, never mind. I lied to you.
You are sure. That's why you'll have no equipment, because you are going to be effectively the crop. Okay. Everybody ready for some powers?
Yes.
I think
Who
so.
wants to go first?
You know what? I'll do her this time.
All right.
Bring up that wheel. All right.
And I want to go
It's not a
counterclockwise.
wheel. All right. Since you spoke first, nobody can disagree.
Yeah, and I went
okay.
first last time, so.
Yeah, I spoke loudest.
That's right. All right. We're going to roll 3 powers. Everybody knows the rules. Travis, you're going to pick one of these powers to base your character around. You want to try to lock in on one before we get rolling too far, but you can keep your options open if you want to see kind of how the group develops. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. There they are. Cyclone creation, soul absorption, and pulse jump. Generate cyclones to suck in enemies and debris, causing chaos and destruction. That is basically the power of a character you just saw.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be pretty creative if you want to use that, but that one might be a no-go.
I'm going to be real here.
Soul absorption?
Soul absorption seems wild, but I'm actually super interested in pulse jump.
Yeah, absorb the souls of others to gain their abilities. That could be cool, but is pretty broken and going to be kind of hard to mechanically use.
Yeah.
Pulse jump? Who doesn't love a pulse jump?
Hell yeah.
I'm fully invested in a pulse jump.
Leap great distances, releasing a burst of energy from your legs. By releasing a burst of energy from your legs. That's incredible. Okay.
Seems
So
pretty
potentially pulse jump. Initial thoughts. Did you write all of them down just in
sick. I
case?
sure did.
Great.
You just have Hulk's legs.
No, it's like energy, I think. I don't think he's just
it's
jacked.
energy.
He's not a cricket.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'm just saying how he can jump super far.
Or although
The energy usually, but I guess cricket legs could also do it.
ribbits do still exist in the world. They're
was gonna
just
say,
a lesser
That's true.
race.
Feels
Keep
like it's
that in
fitting.
mind. Okay.
Nice.
Dylan, are you ready? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. There they are. Muscle mass manipulation, luminous waltz, and mind projection.
Culminate.
Increase your muscle size and strength at will. Awesome. Dance amidst starlight weaving constellations into deadly patterns.
Okay.
Dance amidst starlight weaving constellations into deadly patterns. I still don't know what it means, but that was the pronunciation they were hoping for.
It sounds sick.
Or project your consciousness into other bodies.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Those are wild.
All right,
Well, take
my
all three.
prediction is not an existing domain card. So I'll go with. I'm thinking either muscle mass manipulation and go with like a brawler or something,
Sure.
or the luminous waltz like bard, and I just am hitting the schmoves, and everyone is getting hurt around me. But
And
Okay,
keep in
you want to leave your options open, see what else comes up?
Yeah, let me write them down real quick.
Yeah.
And also keep in mind when you're thinking about it, this is going to be a stealth and subterfuge. Just
You
to-
are still, but like, so the mission isn't to infiltrate like without anybody seeing you. You have the
Blending in almost.
yeah, it's more like being blending in. So like that
Oh,
part of it should come more with like your character traits, like as a
I see.
characteristics as a person. You don't want to be somebody who like is really bad interpersonally and loud and obnoxious.
I think I'm going to do
because
muscle mass
that wouldn't lend
manipulation. I
itself.
just got an idea.
Okay.
All right.
He's been inspired. All right, muscle mass manipulation. Very cool. You've got them written down just in case you change your mind as we go, but I think that's... I mean, honestly, if I saw that pop up, there's no shot I'm picking anything else. I love a big, burly guy.
All right, so we got a guy who can jump really far and a guy who can punch really hard.
So far.
Okay.
All right, Colby, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Firestorm, Psychokinesis, and Void Vortex.
These names.
Summon a storm of fire and brimstone to rain down on enemies. The ability to manipulate objects by way of extrasensory perception. We don't know what that means.
The Matrix.
Summon a swirling vortex of darkness that devours enemies' energies.
Oh my. That
These
sounds a lot
ob-
like what Dylan's just was. A little bit. The last one, kind of. But
There are aspects of
stronger.
it.
The ability to manipulate objects by way of extrasensory perception.
Well, and keep in
Essentially,
mind,
using-
last session... Go ahead.
using your
Actually,
mind
like-
to push and pull and
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like the Force.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Give me that
yeah.
one. Give me that one.
But it says extrasensory perception,
Like, how
not
can you see
projection.
something so hard that it moves?
It's
I feel
the
like...
Matrix.
it is a
Right, I feel like that was a wrong word. But I feel like they just used the wrong word. We
It's
can
like
use that...
Patrick fighting SpongeBob just by looking at him, and his eyes are like.
Yeah.
It follows your line of sight, or
Yeah, pretty
feel like
much.
we have
It's
to
essentially
do-
you're just using.
you can move it as long as you.
It
can
is
smell
telekinesis, right? It is
Yeah.
just telekinesis.
I think so.
Yeah, essentially.
So I don't know why psycho... Anyway,
It's
That's-
more
yeah.
psychic.
we could
So-
use it... We could use it in that sense. I think that's fine. It's some interpretation is required for some of these.
That's what I want.
Okay, you're just
Okay.
immediately going with psychokinesis.
That one,
And
that
to
one,
answer
that
your
one.
thing about earlier, Dylan, remember these are like earlier last session. You guys were originally dregs, so like
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
discredited you. They should have; those powers should have felt weaker on paper. These powers should feel strong on paper because you are now being recruited as like top springers for these universities.
Okay, that's true.
So you should look
Yeah,
powerful on paper,
yeah.
but just find a way to not make your character broken. That's the fun part this week.
yeah.
Okay, Skylar, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever. 3, 2, 1. Frost Barrier. Frost Fire Symphony. Biokinesis. Create a barrier of ice to shield yourself or freeze enemies. Conduct a symphony of ice and fire that freezes and burns foes. Or control and manipulation of biological organisms and processes. That's going to be pretty close to organic constructs.
And the second one just
Sure
seems
will.
like the first one, but also better in fire.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, do
Well,
you
like
want
the frost
just
barrier
eye?
is all about. It's more like a defense. Frostfire. It's more
I
like
think, yeah.
more like weaving. I think.
I think Frost Barrier, is more about like thick barriers of like solid ice. Frost Fire Symphony is more like cold and heat that you're like conducting. So you have to be like maybe stationary and you're causing enemies to get like slower or take fire damage or disrupt them. Frost Barrier feels much more physical. Like I'm creating walls and smacking you with them.
Yeah.
I don't think with Frostfire Symphony you could generate giant walls of ice easily. I don't think that would be a part of that skill in my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
And biokinesis could be different also. Like it could be like diseases or healing, like it's
That's true.
just manipulating biological processes. It's not necessarily constructing whole new organisms.
Or you can just do something like focus on somebody and they become nauseous.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Things.
You
So
just
you could
do
take
that.
just because
Right.
there's similar overlap, you could take it in a very different direction and make it a unique power.
Yeah. And you could like up that with like stuff like blind,
Yeah, that's true.
blurring.
Travis,
Yeah.
remind me
all
what was your power again? I already forgot.
My power, pulse jump.
Right, jumping. So we've got like our mobile like speedster. We've got our tank brawler, and we have a mental telekinesis smart guy. Like this is the most generic like X-Men superhero force of all time.
So I need to
love
be
it.
the flame wielding fire and ice out of my arms damage.
The elemental.
But that's not what it is. I think that's the distinction there. You're not getting flamethrower and ice beam. You're getting like it's specifically like music. It's like you're conducting a symphony and it causes the effects of fire and ice. I think that's how we make that distinction from just
so
you
it's
have
like-
fire and
it's
all
like-
ice
it's
powers.
Play
Think of
stealthy
like when
music.
you're using your powers, you're conducting like a song of ice and fire.
Not helpful.
Ah,
I think
So you give
if we,
people dysentery.
there's gonna
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of
For
fire
Raiders
and or
movie.
ice based powers, and so we have to really differentiate that from just I have fire power and I have ice power.
yeah.
So that one's got to be
Yeah.
very specific to like the symphony aspect of it, or the
And
barriers
I
has to be very
already had a
specific to
character,
forming
like-
ice walls.
Exactly like that when in Subsapial. Soulsooth was a conductor. And did
Right.
You could make your guy super defensive and go frost barrier and be like that
Yeah.
kind of a support. You could do what Travis was talking about, do like just debuffs and be like the support that way, or you could do
You could
I-
I'm trying to
definitely-
think of
You could definitely turn the Frostfire into something more offensive too.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that's gonna take some working because I want it to. I mean, I think it needs to feel less just like fire and ice powers and more like
That
whatever
bio one
that
is also
means.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
potential in all of
uh,
them, but no one's in. The easiest route is
Think
probably
of how-
frost barrier,
what
but
class you would use with the biokinesis one, but yeah.
Right.
yeah, a lot of these are gonna take some reworking.
Yeah.
Seems like a guardian.
There's, I mean, I know for a fact there's spells that you can like create walls of fire. You could just flavor those to ice if you're gonna do the frost barrier.
True.
You could also do any debuff character. So like,
Mhm.
I know the warlock had a lot of debuffs. You could do
Yeah.
warlock and just change some of the abilities to make him like you're not scaring them, you're affecting their anatomy, which gives
Yeah.
them
Actually, I
stress
feel like
or gives
with
them
The blending
disadvantage
in
or
and
vulnerability.
subterfuge, I can be much more subtle with my biokinesis powers and kind of wreak havoc throughout a recruitment
That might-
event.
that might
little
be why you
things
were
like
chosen.
that.
That's true.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
more,
because
just
we were chosen for this job. So keep that in mind.
yeah, that's
like
true.
just the gladiator Lannister is like taking a drink of his wine and I make him like choke or so, just like
Yeah.
throw it up or something. Just, oh,
Wow, that's weird. I have to piss again.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do biokinesis. I think
Shit
I
your
can
pants.
Do a lot
Shit
of
your
Yeah, that's what I was-
pants. Shit your
That's
pants.
true. You could do that.
Yeah.
Biokinesis.
You
Don't-
poopy. You poopy.
Don't piss
Here,
him
let me
off.
write it down real quick.
There we go.
All right, biokinesis. I like it.
What is it?
All right, that is a solid group. I think we've got like the crowd control kind of effect debuffer. We've got a tank. We've got a mobility speedster, and we've got the smart potentially smart. Your character doesn't have to be smart. The brain, energy projection kind of guy. I think this is going to be a fun session, and I think those are all going to be applicable to different aspects of what I've got planned for you guys. So
Sweet.
Sweet. Make sure to check out this episode. It'll be posting sometime in the future. I don't know where we're at now. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.